They are all rolling.
We are all rolling and ready to go to make some brownies. I like brownies. But these are not my brownies. These are actually brownies for Reno. Now what I'm doing is I found this on Pinterest where you find everything when you're bored, stuck at home. It says the best fudgy keto brownies, only 2 net carbs. It says it's the best. I'm trying it out. Well, I'm baking it, but Reno's gonna try it out because I don't do keto. He really, kind of does keto. It's low carb, but it's not keto, I guess is what you would say. So the recipe calls for almond flour, cocoa powder, all that good stuff. I'll get more into it when I start mixing stuff. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about baking or cooking in an RV kitchen. As you can tell, it's an RV kitchen. If you didn't know that, I'm sorry. We live in an RV full time, in case you're new here. Hello, I'm Jessica. So when you cook in an RV stove, an oven, you need to kind of adapt what you're going to do. Now, what we've done is we put a thermometer, right? It's called thermometer?
Thermometer?
Yeah, thermometer inside the oven to read it. Because even though it has these knobbies that, tell you the temperature, they're liar faces, and you just need a thermometer just to tell you what the exact temperature is. And then we actually put a pizza stone inside. That has currently cracked, but we're going to ignore that. And the pizza stone gives off even heat. With the RV, I'm actually gonna close this while it's preheating. With the RV, with the propane, it is in the, propane comes out of the center. So a lot of the times it just kind of burns in the center and then everything else is fine. So we've learned that you have to put a pizza stone in there and it just makes it even and bake even. And we've had success with it. I'm curious to see how it's gonna work. Cracked in half. It literally just cracked in half about 5 minutes ago. But I'm sure it will be fine. Okay, so what you need for this recipe, let me read it to you. For the best fudgy keto brownies is almond flour, a sugar substitute. They use erythritol, but I'm using a monk fruit sweetener. That's just what I have on hand, but if you have erythritol, you can use that too. I think I'm saying that right. It says, do not use stevia. It makes the keto brownies super bitter and compromise the texture. I'm just reading the notes, that's what it says. So no stevia, apparently. Cocoa powder, dark chocolate. Now, I have dark sugar-free chocolate chips, but I'm sure you can use any good quality dark chocolate that's low in sugar or sugar-free. Butter or coconut oil. I'm using butter, because butter's the best. Eggs, and an 8x8 inch pan. Now my pan is actually in the fridge, so I'm using my second smallest pan, which is my pie pan. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a circular brownie. Just go with it, it's okay. Improvise and use what you have. Now with an RV kitchen, again, comes some quirks. I love it, but there's some quirks, and that's counter space. So I've actually pre-measured everything right here. That way I didn't have a mess on the counter and I was fumbling trying to get everything. So pre-measuring and having it ready on hand before you start doing things is really helpful, because then you're not trying to figure out if this is gonna sit here, if you're gonna cut this here, if you're able to put this here. So that's just something that we've learned throughout living in an RV full time for almost 2 years. Has it really been that long?
It has been that long.
Wow. Almost 2 years of full-time living in an RV. So yeah, so we're going to get started with the recipe. So first it says, let me get the actual directions here. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Where art thou? Actual directions, here we go. Pre-oven to 350 degrees. Now I already started that well before this video. It's the first thing I did because with the propane, it just takes a little bit longer to heat up. So again, adapt your time. And then it says, you know, grease your pan. Greased the pan. And then next it says, in a bowl, mix the butter and dark chocolate. Microwave for 30 seconds or let the mixture melt on a double boiler. Well, I'm gonna use the microwave because I don't have a double boiler, but it's going in the microwave for 30 seconds. And I think it's 30 seconds at a time until everything's mixed together. Okay. 30 seconds. And then it says combined dry ingredients, almond flour, sweetener, cocoa powder, and baking powder. Already did that right here. Smells yummy. I've never used monk fruit sweetener. My aunt actually told my mom about it, and then my mom and sister told me about it. Apparently it's low in carbs, it's sugar-free, it's low in calories, and it doesn't raise your blood sugar. So it's supposed to be really good. Okay, let's check on the butter and the chocolate. Okay, so gonna mix this all up right here and see if we need to put it in a little longer. You do not want to burn the chocolate, so that's why you do it on 30-second increments. Oh, hi Tuckaroni, are you going to join the video back here? Okay, so I think I'm gonna put it in there another, I wanna say like maybe 20 seconds. I don't think it needs a full 30, it's almost there. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to crack eggs into the bowl and beat them. That's what it says. You need 3 eggs. So here's the first egg. 1, 2, and 3. Now it says the eggs need to be at room temperature, and this is an important part of the recipe, so that way it doesn't solidify the butter. So crank this up. And then I'm going to let that mix. There we go, now we're mixing. So the butter and the chocolate's all melted together. So then it says, add the butter and chocolate mixture, add the butter and chocolate mixture, not mixer, mixture into the bowl with the eggs and then continue mixing. Okay. Looks pretty melty. It's very nice. Get all that chocolatey goodness. Yeah. I need one of those attachment thingies that go on the mixer and makes it easy to pour because it's just not fun to pour. It's still already in there. Okay, now we're gonna continue mixing. Set your dirty dishes aside, that way you have the space. Okay. So then next we're gonna add our dry ingredients. And again, this is the almond flour, the cocoa powder, the erythritol or monk fruit sweetener, that's what I used, and baking powder, not soda, powder. I will link the recipe down below that I found it on. That way you can see all the measurements. I'm just gonna add this in. Now I'm gonna mix this part on low. That way it doesn't overmix, because you don't want to overmix brownies. It's just not fun. So, letting that mix up. Looking like brownie butter, or brownie batter. Get your words together, Jessica. Get your words together. Okay. Ooh. Gotta come take a look at that. Come take a look at this, Reno. Okay.
It looks like food.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any dog hair?
Sure hope not. Wanna try the batter? Oh no, it's dripping, dripping, dripping.
Oh no! Tastes like brownie.
Yay! It's Reno approved, which is good because I'm not doing this. This isn't for me, this is for him. So I'm gonna grab a spatula. And then put it in your 8x8 dish, or for me, my pie dish. Okay. Pour that batter into your dish. Ooh, that looks yummy. This is going better than the last time I made keto brownies. That kind of turned into like a keto cake brownie. Wasn't really fudgy like the brownie. We're gonna get every last bit of batter. And then Reno can lick the spoon later. Okay, and then we wanna make it even. Use your apron to wipe your hands. There. I'm gonna check the temperature using my thermometer in my oven. It's not quite there yet. It's almost there. It's at like 320 and we need to be at 350. I'm gonna try it. A little interesting there. It's very interesting. So when you put this in the oven, you're gonna bake it. It says between 15 to 20 minutes, but check it at the 15 mark. Now I know for the RV oven, it cooks a lot faster, so I will probably put it in for about 12 minutes and then check it then and see if I need the full 15 minutes. Again, you just adapt to what you need to do. I know for us, we've had to actually get rid of some of our baking dishes and cookie sheets because perks of an RV oven, it's a little small. This one is actually bigger than the one we had originally in our old fifth wheel. So I'm blessed with that. Most things will fit in there, but I have a cookie sheet, I don't even know the size of it, but there's about this much that just hangs right outside. So Reno's actually gonna cut it off. That way I can actually use the cookie sheet. Now I found that with our oven, I have to turn it up to almost like 375, almost 400 on the knob in order to get it 350 degrees in the actual oven. The day we're filming this is Cinco de Mayo. Or if you are a nerd like we are, Revenge of the 5th. Pretty fun there. However, we watched it yesterday on Star Wars Day. So we we made tacos and ate outside, and we have speakers outside on the RV, which is really cool. And we were outside listening to music and eating our tacos. I made tacos, and we were dancing. But I can't dance right now because the music will get this video flagged. So I'm gonna pretend like I have music and then dance. Okay, so my oven is almost to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna actually put this in now, my pie brownie. Again, be creative, use what dish you have. Then I'm gonna set my timer for 12 minutes. And then we wait. Okay, so timer's going off. I'm going to check it to see how it's doing. Stop it. Do you want me to wait?
Hold please. Action!
Hey! Okay, let me check it. No, it's still a little too battery. Okay. So I'm gonna put it in there another 5 minutes or so. 5. And let it go for 5 minutes. So in a fifth wheel or in any trailer, most things run on propane. You have your option of propane or electric, but you have propane, you have to use propane. With the oven, it's just propane. So we're actually running low on propane in general. In our fifth wheel, we actually have to go get propane tomorrow. We have 2 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah, so it's 2 5s that are running and then 1 end.
Oh, we have 2 5s that are running, 2 5-gallon propane tanks that are running, and then 1 extra 5-gallon propane tank to switch out when one runs out, which we already did. Because welcome to shelter in place where you are home most of the time. So one thing with the RV oven, again, with everything running off of propane, you need to keep checking it to make sure that it is still baking and that you have not run out of propane in the trailer, because if you do, it's not going to work. It will not work. It will not get hot. It's not electric. It's just propane. So we're hoping we make it the next 5 to 10 minutes. I'm thinking we will. So the 5 minutes is up. So I'm going to check it again. I think it might be food. Okay, I think it's done. I'm going to take it out. So this is what my brownie looks like right now. Doesn't look like a cake like the other one did, so that's hopeful. So I'm going to put it on our stove, that way it cools down a little bit. I know Reno is eyeing these. He probably won't wait 10 minutes to cool down. He'll probably try to eat it now. Okay, so now that's cooled down a little bit, I'm cutting it into pieces so Reno can come over and taste test it.
Oi.
A little gooey. I probably could have left it in there another couple minutes, but you like it gooey, so you're fine. So I'm gonna give you this piece. Whew, they're very soft. Okay, there you go. Reno, let's see if you like it or not. How is it? Is it pretty fabulous?
It's a secret.
It's a secret. You're gonna throw some ice cream on that later?
Absolutely, all it's missing is the ice cream. It's fabulous. It tastes like a brownie to me.
Yay! So this is a good recipe. Is it the best keto fudgy brownie you've ever had?
Have I had another keto fudgy brownie?
You had a keto brownie before, but remember, it ended up turning into like a cake. It wasn't. It was too hard. Remember? It was like crispy.
I'm gonna have to have a different one to put my ice cream on.
Well, thankfully, it's only 2 net carbs per thing.
I'm counting how many carbs is this pan. All right.
Awesome. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all later.